TJ here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Jones Stormwolf snowboard. This is a late release for the 2021 season, and it's a combination of the Storm Chaser and the Lone Wolf, if you're familiar with the Jones lineup. It's a really interesting board, and in this video I'm going to go over all the tech and specs, as well as share my thoughts on how it fell out on snow. All right, so the Stormwolf is a freeride powder-focused board on the Jones lineup. It's a fully directional board with a swallowtail, and it's part of the Surf series on the Jones lineup. And you're gonna find a ton of tech in this board, so I'll run through all that real quick. You're gonna find their Surf camber in this snowboard. So this is a camber dominant board with a rockered nose and a rockered release in the tail as well. You're also gonna find their Traction Tech 3.0 in this snowboard, which is just a few contact points added throughout the side cut to help give this board a little bit more bite through firm or variable snow. There's 3 contact points added. One is right in the middle. That's gonna be the most prominent, as well as one under each foot. I also wanna highlight their Contour 3.0 base, which is basically a spooned out nose and tail, and the 3.0 is gonna be the most prominent variation of this that Jones does. It's gonna have about 7 millimeters of spoon in the nose and tail, and you're gonna feel a couple of things with that. One thing that's nice when you're carving is a smooth, quick edge-to-edge transition on hard snow. Also gonna give you a bit more of an efficient glide in powder and soft snow, helping to reduce drag and have that powder funneling out the sides of the board and help to escape out the tail more efficiently as well. Another additive you're gonna find in this board, and you can actually see this looking at the top sheet, is their carbon INNEGRA additive. It's kind of weaved into the board in like a diamond pattern, and you can literally see this through the entire top sheet of the snowboard. And the main reason Jones put this in the board is to actually help with dampening, just helping to absorb those vibrations going over bumpy or choppy snow and give you a bit more of a smooth ride. It also runs a sintered base, which is known to be a harder, faster, more durable base material with a nice factory wax and tune on it. I feel like the overall idea with the design on the Stormwolf is to combine that floaty, surfy feel that you get with the Storm Chaser and just give it a little bit more versatility, a little bit more stability to make it more fun for carving and going fast. This board is actually kind of a charger and definitely feels most at home at higher speeds, and there's a few reasons for that. First off is the flex. This board does have a pretty aggressive flex to it, I would definitely say on the stiffer side of medium, and it's actually a directional flex to it. So it's stiffer in the tail and then softens up a little bit as you get to the nose, especially outside the contact points. That nose is gonna be way more playful. So that stiffer tail is gonna help you out in a variety of situations and gonna be way more noticeable on hardpack. You know, for carving at higher speeds, maybe you're driving off the tail of the board a little bit more, going through variable snow where you want to dip that tail down for more stability, landing drops as well, or popping ollies off rollers and things like that. And one thing I want to highlight about the tail as well is that that rear contact point is almost all the way at the point of the swallowtail. It's right about here. So when you are on hardpack, you are going to have quite a bit of tail to work with, and that stiffer flex back there is just going to help give you more power out of the board. In contrast, this board does have a long planing nose outside the front contact points, which is right about here. And it's a softer flex as well, which is great for powder focused boards, because when you do get in that soft snow, the softer flex in the nose is gonna help it to bend and stay planing up on top of the snow. And I think that shallow nose helps stay on top of the powder as well. So a lot of things in the design that are gonna make this board fun for cruising around on hardpack, carving, exploring more variable snow, but still a lot of thought put into the powder performance as well. Remember, on hardpack and groomers, you're using the board between the contact points. In powder and soft snow, you're using the entire length from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail. And aside from the directional shaping, there's a few other things that'll help you out in powder. First of all, it's a decently wide board, so that's great for those of you with larger boot sizes. Also a bonus for carving, but increases the overall surface area of the board to help spread your weight out over soft snow and give this board more float. as well as a slight taper, so a little bit of a skinnier tail than nose at the contact points, and a pretty significant setback. So the insert packs where you mount the bindings are shifted about 6.5 centimeters closer to the tail than they are to the nose. So that's gonna keep your weight back. Working with the swallowtail, which reduces the surface area in the tail, all those things are gonna work together to help this board naturally wanna float and plane on top of the soft snow, keeping the nose up and the tail down, so you can ride in a more neutral stance and not have to worry about that too much and get that back leg burning, which can often happen on those deeper days. A big highlight for me on the Storm Wolf was actually how much fun it was for carving. It's got a few key ingredients that I think make this board an above average carver. First of all is that width, which will allow you to lay the board over a little bit more aggressively without having to worry about heel or toe drag, as well as that combination of directional features. The taper and setback specifically combined with the positive camber profile, I think offer a really fun feeling initiating turns and driving through turns as well. But the biggest highlight is probably the side cut radius. So this has a pretty large side cut. It's 8.6 meters on the 158 that I was riding, and it's very noticeable. So I think the personality in this board comes out a little bit more at higher speeds. With that larger side cut, it's gonna naturally send you into longer, drawn out turns that feel really good when you're going fast. It's got a torsional flex that's gonna match that tip to tail flex, so it's pretty stiff torsionally. You're not gonna get bucked around too easy going over more choppy or variable snow. It's gonna be able to power through that pretty well. And like I said, if you like going fast, this board's gonna have the stability and the other design characteristics to be a lot of fun out there for bombing hills and doing some free riding. Overall, the Storm Wolf is gonna have a pretty aggressive feel, probably better for you more experienced riders, and definitely a specialized type snowboard. With all the directional features and that short swallowtail, this is gonna have a nice maneuverable feel in powder, gonna be really quick to turn in that soft snow. It also feels great going through trees, driving off that back foot a little bit more when you don't have that soft snow. Still has a nice maneuverable feel to it, going through snake runs, gullies, and things like that. I think the spoon tech helps out a little bit going through that type of terrain as well. And obviously still gonna be a complete floater in powder. So if you're looking for those characteristics on a board to add to your quiver, I'd consider checking out the Jones Storm Wolf. Super stoked on this graphic as well. It's a really good looking board, and this is gonna be on the main line for the 2022 season. So if you wanna read a little bit more about it, I'm gonna have this board linked down in the description below. Drop any questions you have for me down in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all got some value out of this video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more snowboard videos coming soon. I really appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you in a new video next time. See ya.